Yes, friends, I have awesome news. Low-income households can expect to receive up to $300 this month of October. Lawmakers have approved 2 new rebate programs. These new stimulus relief programs include checks worth billions of dollars for millions of families and senior citizens. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to learn how you can take action and receive this extra stimulus check. Friends, I will be giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. Please enter the giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Also, during the months of October, November, and December, I will be giving away surprise $200 gift cards to those of you that have been in this community for several months as a simple way to say thank you very much. So Delaware lawmakers approved a rebate program that will provide every state resident a one-time direct payment of $300 to help cover the rising costs of gas, groceries, utilities, and other essentials. The first round of checks have already gone out to residents who filed 2020 income tax returns. But the $230 million rebate program, which is funded by Delaware's nearly $1 billion revenue surplus this year, will eventually provide checks to an estimated 175,000 to 200,000 residents who have not recently filed their taxes, including low-income senior citizens. Finance Secretary Rick Geisenberger says that his office will begin searching for those residents in databases from agencies like the Department of Health and Social Services, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and the Department of Corrections. He also added that eligible residents who owe money to courts and other state agencies will still receive their full $300 rebate. The legislation specifically exempted any debt obligation to other state agencies, so there will be no deduction in these payments. The third phase of the rebate program will begin this month as the Department of Finance rolls out a website where residents who did not receive the checks can apply for their rebate. Rick Geisenberger also stated that his department hopes to identify as many residents as possible during the early phases of the program to avoid receiving a flood of fraudulent applications for checks later on. There also may be $270 checks from the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance this week. The agency announced on Wednesday that it has started mailing additional financial relief, which is a total of $475 million to 1.8 million eligible New Yorkers. There also may be $270 checks from the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance this week. The agency announced on Wednesday that it has started mailing additional financial relief, which is a total of $475 million to nearly 1.8 million eligible New Yorkers. State officials said today, "We are delivering these relief checks to hardworking New Yorkers who have been feeling the pinch of inflation." The average payment is about $270 for each recipient, which will help address rising costs associated with the crisis and with inflation. Checks are being automatically mailed to people who receive the Empire State Child Tax Credit or the Earned Income Credit on their 2021 state tax returns. So to be eligible, you must have filed your New York State income tax return by April 18, 2022, or had a valid extension of time to file. The state also expects most of the checks to reach taxpayers by the end of this month. Friends, the keyword for this video is pumpkin spice. If you would like to enter the next Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below this keyword, which is pumpkin spice, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are subscribed to my channel. Although Americans have been paying a lot more at the fuel pump and the supermarket this year, they have largely been spared from price hikes for their job-based health insurance and doctor visits, Most workers can expect to see premiums and out-of-pocket costs increase in 2023 at a faster rate than in recent years due to inflation. Experts say that they will learn just how much during their employer's open enrollment period, which typically takes place this month and next. According to CNN, it is going to be much harder than ever for employees to be able to afford some of the basics of healthcare. And those individuals are people who have insurance. The Kaiser Family Foundation has said that about 155 million Americans have work-based health insurance, which is the largest source of coverage by far. Companies are trying to minimize the cost increases as they strive to hire and retain workers in this tight job market. This could force some businesses to subsidize even more of their health plans. Employers cover about 81% of workers' premiums on average, or find other ways to reduce their overall spending on medical care. While the cost of gas, food, energy, and other essentials can change quickly based on inflation and market conditions, healthcare operates much differently. The premiums and out-of-pocket charges that consumers pay are typically set in advance and last a year. But still, hospitals, doctors, and other providers are feeling the pricing pressure. Their costs for labor, especially for nurses and service staff, and also for supplies, have increased sharply due to inflation and demand. Well, my amazing and great friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, my dear friends, for joining me here every time when I post a video. Remember, friends, to enter the giveaway simply by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then leaving a comment with the keyword in the comments section below. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed day.
Runaway costs and surging inflation are a huge worry for middle-class families. Every survey confirms it. Every conversation confirms it. Over the last 12 months during this economic recovery, the average American worker earned a 3.6% raise. But inflation has risen so steeply that it's turned that into a nearly 2% pay cut. Remember, at the beginning of the year, the Biden administration inherited a historically strong economic trajectory. Thanks to the smart, targeted, bipartisan policies we passed last year, our economy was primed to get millions of Americans back to work with competitive pay while consumers unleashed pent-up demand. But alas, that was before Democrats decided to pour $2 trillion